Hey guys, you're okay. I'm back in another video, and today we're going to be doing a ramblings of a WWE fan, but due to a request, it is going to be mainly NXT. We're going to talk about NXT a bit. Now, this is a disclaimer. I am not weekly watching NXT, so a lot of things that I have, like my takes and my thoughts, are going to be on times where I was able to watch NXT. And then we have a few regular roster stuff that we're going to talk about. Y'all see my brick? You know, if you're from my TikTok, you guys saw me unbox it while talking about Ron Killing's Are True. Now, personally, I do believe NXT is really exciting. Like, it is really exciting, and I think it's almost like a breath of fresh air, because I just seeing everybody get utilized, seeing the amount of talent that's not wasted. Like, there's really wasted talent, I think. And maybe it's just because I don't always watch NXT, but normally there's almost always a match with somebody that does not always get time. I think there's like, they, you know, sprinkle that in there because, of course, it's about developing, it's about practice, it's about getting better so you're able to move on to the main roster. And I'm just aware they're so talented over at NXT to the point where I think it has, I don't want to say it's still not a developmental brand, because I think it is still a developmental brand, because everybody in that are kind of like still growing, but it's almost, I don't want to say more than that, but I think you could put it up against another promotion that is not considered a developmental. I think it has that. And I gotta be real, on Tuesday, these are some of my favorites, so I may be a little biased. On Tuesday, Kalani, Javon, and Lash did their thing. Now, of course, everybody, like, I know, like, when I say my favorites, I mean my favorites. I know, like, there were some people that was doing their things, too, all right? I know, I get it. But every week, I think I'm excited. Not every week, because I'm not watching it every week. But every time NXT comes up, I will not lie. I am on Twitter. I am thinking about, like, what is Javon Evans doing? What is he getting into? All right, like, I'm not ashamed to say that. I am not. That man is built different. He's built different. And it would be a darn shame if Javon never, like, if he does not, like, get to the point where he's close face to the company. You know, because he moved like this at 21. At 21, he's moving like this. He literally has the charisma to grab the crowd, to move like that man. 21, and this ain't his first year. So he was doing it a lot younger. He was in his mug a lot younger, doing crazy things. Like, and I am so excited to see his growth. But he went off. He totally went off. And if some of these folks, some of these wrestlers, main roster NXT, they built in a lab. They're built in a lab. I will never stray away from that thought. They are built in a lab. Because there's no way. That man hopped he hopped from in a ring to out the ring. And it was not, like, I want y'all to, if y'all did not see the clip, I want you guys to see that clip, because he literally hopped himself over the ring post, I believe. Hopped himself. Like, who are you? How could you do that? How are you doing that? What are you eating in the morning? What does your mama feed you? Hello? What's up? Like, those are the type of feats that man Javon Evans is doing. And I ain't gonna, like, if y'all saw that, y'all know. Like, if you keep up with Javon Evans, that's how you know. That's why he was at that AAA event earlier in the year. That's why he was there. That's why. Yeah, that is why he was there. But it, like, and I also got to shout out, like, Nia Jackson, Lash Legend. That match, that has to be close to, that's up there, my favorite Nia matches, because I think there's she's not, Nia, I don't think Nia is always used to somebody having the same size as her, being as tall as her, and has the strength. Like, she's used to people having the strength, but she's not used to both. And Lash is both. I think Lash Legend, she has I ain't gonna lie. I know that I'm not a weekly watcher of NXT, but I've seen so many opportunities at Lashley, like title-wise, that NXT title should have been hers. She should have been like, she should have won a title, a singles gold. She should have won one, 100%. Like, because Lash Legend, she's very charismatic, and as we saw the times that she's been on that main roster showing out, she has it. She does. And this whole thing with Nia, I think it is an opening for her to, you know, transition to the main roster, SmackDown. How they do it will be interesting. I don't think the match they had at NXT, how that went crazy, that is not the last time they're going to meet each other in a ring. As we saw at Evolution, that was the beginning, and this right there is a continuation of that storyline. It is going to end on that main roster. Period blank. It's going to end there. I will say that I'm not upset that Lash lost that match, because she really held her own. She held her own, like, props. Because it is like, it's going to, if she was able to win that match, like, dominate over Nia Jax, the woman that has held the title of being the most dominant, if she was able to win against her, I think the conversation of why is Lash Legend still in NXT would occur, and they're just not ready to move on that yet. I think when they are ready to move on that is when you're going to see her making more strides. I just want, I hope Lash is able not to be, Lash is not going to be anybody's shadow, because she's literally her own person. I just want that everybody else don't put her in any boxes or put her in anyone else's shadows. She's not that. She's not that. She's her own person. She got it all. I just love her. I love her. I ain't gonna lie, I love her. Like, I'm still, it's been some months, and I'm still upset about Metaphor. Like, I ain't even, y'all know me. Y'all know. I don't be on there. I'm still upset about Metaphor. You know, but everybody got their own path. It is, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. Yeah. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know I like heels, and I'm gonna shout out a few people. Now, I don't know if he is considered a heel or he just him. I don't know that, but Owafemi, that guy is on a league of his own. He's in NXT right now for fun. I'm gonna say that he's in there for fun. Like, yeah, they be taking him places, you know, they be pulling that skit out of it, but Oba, they can't play about Oba. Like, when it's time for him to go on the main roster, they need to put things in place, because you cannot tell me he going over for some of the folks they probably want him to go over for. He can't. He just can't. I'm still waiting for that Roman and Oba match. I need to see that. And Trick, I like Trick. Trick also was talking about how he wants to have a match with Roman. I would love to see that as well. The happiness, the bounciness of Devon Evans, I kind of want to see. I honestly want to see everyone. I want to see my faves against my faves. I do. But Ethan Page, to me, he is so good. Ethan Page, he studied the book. He studied the school of The Miz. And y'all know The Miz is one of my favorite wrestlers. So that guy is one of my favorites. Especially what he did with the Canadian belt, the North American Championship, because of course North America is more than the USA. So him putting the Canadian belt, that was a genius move. Like, genius. And then Chelsea Green, genius move. And that whole beef with him and Javon, I just need Javon to get his lick back. I was glad, I wanted them two to do whatever they was gonna do, but I just want Javon to come get his lick back. That's what I wanted. Cause those two, I root for both of those women, because they're good. And if they were, I'm telling you, the talent they have in NXT, I think they need to put more spotlight on that. That, like, if they need to put a little match or something, I forget that SmackDown's only like an hour and some change. But if it was still 3 hours, I think they should put like few NXT matches once in a while, cause that is perfect to get the spotlight on NXT. Especially with the people they have on their roster. I think not Triple H. I think my favorite Shawn Michaels, he's doing an excellent job. There's some things like, sure, I don't like Lash's bookings. Wesley, that's quite interesting too, but I get that there is probably a method to the match. There's probably, I don't know. I just gonna let them cook. But he has been doing a fantabulous job. And I'll be real. Blake Monroe, her first like feud being against Jordan Grace, I think it was a genius move. It was a genius move because I don't think anybody would have thought, yeah, when Blake comes to, well, I can only hold a few names in my head at one time. Okay, I know her other name, Mariah May. I know when people first thought like Mariah's going to come to WWE. Nobody was probably thinking her first type feud would be against Jordan Grace, and it's going to be amazing. I do have an unpopular opinion about that. I do think Jordan should win the match that they have because Blake has been whooping that tail. She's been having an advantage. I ain't gonna say she's been whooping that tail, but she's had the advantage. When you start off doing some crazy stuff, making the first move, and then you continue on, you get the upper hand. And I just don't think that it's gonna mess up her capital if freaking Jordan Grace beats her one time in the beginning of it. It just makes it more interesting. But it also, if they don't want her to get the pin, DQ it. Although I am tired of DQs. That's one thing about NXT. Somebody gonna get pinned. Somebody is going to get pinned at NXT. Like, if you're tired of DQs, somebody's going to get pinned. You know, if you want to see somebody get pinned, go lock in with NXT because you're going to see somebody get pinned. Okay? Yeah, sure, we're going to have our DQs. Who doesn't have DQs? But you're going to see somebody get pinned. But yeah, Jordan Blake, that right there, I'm excited for that one. And of course, I haven't talked about this at all. We're going to talk about Dark State. Burdick is still out on Dark State. They are cool. They are farm a lot. I just gotta know more. I want to know some background, all that. That's short. The shorter guy, I think, of all of them. Hilarious. But, let's talk about Karrion Kross. Let's talk about Karrion Kross. I haven't talked about him. Now, it's not because I've been avoiding him. Because I think I may have... No, I've talked about him a bit. I talked about him. But there's new news that came out about Karrion Kross that he was given an offer and they gave him 24 hours or so. Apparently that offer did not necessarily have Scarlett didn't get her own offer, which I think is... Why is it everybody that I name drop? Why is it everybody that I name drop and I say, I want to see more of them? Scarlett. I'm sorry, girl. Next time, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut about wrestlers I want to see more of because they just keep getting released. Like, I said it about Shayna. I said it about my girls, Kaden and Katana. Now Scarlett. I'm going to shut my behind up. And I ain't going to say wrestlers that I don't really want to see in the ring. I ain't going to say their names either. So things can happen for them. I ain't going to say it because y'all not going to know. Y'all are not going to know. But, as I said, like, Karrion Kross getting the opportunity. Unpopular opinion. I think that they gave him an offer. And because of there is a good deal of people that want to see more Karrion Kross. But there is a good deal of people that also don't necessarily... are connected with him in the ring, which I think that connection, I don't know if it's because we're not getting more from like the creative, so the connection in the ring is there's a disconnection. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. But Karrion Kross right now currently is really hot, which he is a great performer. I think that if they paired him up with Aleister Black, it would have went crazy. Missed opportunity for sure. But Karrion Kross, literally, he's very hot right now. Sure, they didn't take over on Raw saying we want Karrion Kross, but hey, he get hot in real life. He is hot. So I do think he needs to. I think it would be better for him to up his stocks and then have somebody go to somebody and have them make an offer to him, because you don't waste that. You're not gonna waste that. Don't waste that momentum, and especially right now, if he decides to go on a indie run, decides to make appearances, just doing things that he didn't, because of course he says multiple times, like, he's had creative ideas that just haven't went through. If he does some of those creative ideas that he has, that him and Scarlett have, and even Scarlett, she's now able to do more, be more of a wrestler, because she is a wrestler too, and she's good at it. If they're able to both do that, they are going to bring in offers. They're going to get offers. They're going to get some money offers that might even have that WWE offer that made them be like, look kind of crazy. So I'm interested in seeing what they're going to do. I will never hate on a wrestler just because they're not a WWE. Ever. Period. That's not how I roll. But y'all let me know how you guys feel. Let me know about some of the things I talked about, and I thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.